Hi, it's Elizabeth, and today I'm going to do a quick video on Word of the Day. And it totally comes from John Maxwell, but you know what? If you're going to borrow something from somebody who rocks, like John Maxwell. So I went to bed last night with this word on my brain, and I woke up this morning with the same word on my brain. So I really thought that God was probably telling me I needed to talk to somebody about it, and so I decided to share it with you. And so the word is intentional. Now, if your business is rocking out, your calendar is super full, and you could not be any happier, you got recruits, grabbing your coattails going, sign me up, I want to be like you, just saying, then this video is probably not for you because you probably already have intentional down pat. Intentional, I went to Webster, it's an adjective, which means it's a describing word, and it means to be done on purpose, pre-planned, or deliberate. And recently, in two separate conversations, that word has come up. The first one was when I was talking with Ryan, and he suggested that I intentionally go buy some clothes. Thanks, Ryan, my credit cards, appreciate that. And match them up with certain pieces of jewelry so that I could be intentional when I was out and about trying to gather some contacts. The second time, all of a sudden my brain went somewhere. It happens when you get old. It'll happen to you too. Is when I was having a conversation with Duska. And it might have been just a smidge of a pity party. And it's okay. I got my big girl panties on today, so I can say I was having a little bit of a pity party. And she asked me a question that I kind of had to hang my head and didn't really want to answer. Like I wanted to go, hey, I'm going through a tunnel. I can't hear you. I'll call you back. But I did. She asked me, how many people in the last week had I intentionally invited to join my team and to join the Park Lane business? And it was hard. It was a reality check because I think I'd gotten into that mindset that I thought everything about Park Lane was so wonderful and so awesome that people were going to be flocking to my door, knocking it down to join this team. I mean, really, why shouldn't they? They really should. But the bottom line is that when you're intentional in your business, when you're intentionally going to your shows looking for bookings and looking for recruit leads and looking for sales, when you're intentionally out there looking for people to join your team, when you're intentionally looking for bookings, when you're intentionally doing something, it's in the forefront of your mind and you're doing it because you have a plan, you have a purpose, you are deliberate about what you're doing. Like I wanted to lose some weight. I didn't just kick back and just think the weight was going to drop off. I was intentional about what I was eating, whether I was exercising or not, and whether I was eating healthy or whether I was eating crap food. So when you're intentional in your business, things are going to change, okay? I'm challenging you today. Whoops, there goes my alarm system raising. She's 10 pounds, barks at anybody who thinks about going by our house. But I'm going to back to intentional. I'm going to challenge you today to be intentional because the key, I might have picked this necklace out for a reason, the key to a successful Park Lane business is being intentional in everything you do. Not going for the jugular intentional because you will scare folks, but intentional, having a goal, having a plan. So my challenge to you today is to be intentional, to ask one person, 2 people, 5, 10, whatever your comfort zone. And I'm talking call them. Don't text them. Don't Facebook them. Maybe you see them out and about, whatever works for you. But call them. Ask them, whether it's to book a show or, oh my gosh, you have been on my brain. I really think you should do this. I think you would be awesome at Park Lane. But be intentional. Set your goal on how many intentional contacts you want to make today, this week, in a month, whatever it is. Write it down, commit to it, and be intentional. Remember, the key to a rockin' Park Lane business is you being intentional. Thanks. You all have a fantastic day. Bye-bye.